That's good. That one was on me. That one was on me. I angrily hit my mic and turned off the sound. That one was on me. We're good to go. Let's keep it moving. I'm about to lose my fucking mind. Daft is in here. Daft, save me, bro. Let me get you to the stage. Hold on. Oh my god. I got the wrong banner up so we can see you, bro. Hold on. How you feeling, man?
I'm doing better than you are, man. You are hustling right now.
That's a grind. I'm in a bad place. You're not wrong. Hold on, let me get you in the right spot. I'm in a bad place mentally. I need some help. Bring me to happiness again. Can you tell people who you're betting on today and just like save my ass here? Honestly, phrasing.
What did I like? I've really just took a gamble on that Ben Shepherd PRA. I've bet it a few times in this playoffs just because Outlier is just showing it to me. It's green, it's green, it's green, it's green. I know the volume's not high, but the minutes are somewhat consistent. He's off the ball a lot, but the way this Pacers team plays, everyone gets a touch. It's not like Hallie will burn 16 seconds and then create a shot at the end. It's like that ball whips around. He can get those assists to shooters in the corner or whatever it may be, and he gets a couple of boards as well. And I got it at 6.5, so I was down for that. Why not? And the other one that I decided on was Isaiah Hartenstein. I took his points.
Okay.
He went over 35 to 40 minutes. That's one that I'm thinking.
You went over.
Yeah.
On Hartenstein. Okay.
Yeah. Just because I didn't want to bet on Jalen Brunson. The 37.5 I saw last night was too high for me.
Yeah.
As good as Josh Hart has been this playoffs, I've bet on his points overs once, and that was the game he went under. I was like, fuck this guy. So,
no way. Well, then you stay away from him because we need him to keep going over.
We need him, right? Knicks fan. I get you.
Knicks fan and Josh Hart fan. So nothing for Josh Hart for you, right?
No. I don't want to ruin it for anybody.
Yeah,
those guys who think players lose because they bet on them. Yeah.
Right. We are that important, I promise. The stuff for Josh Hart that I liked. Can I interest you in Josh Hart to lead the game in rebounding?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's
what odds are you getting for that?
The MGM had it and DraftKings had it. Let me pull up BetMGM real quick. But I think that's the play, and I owe him an apology myself because I bet his under last game, and so I owe the entire state of New York an apology, and I owe it to them to bet on him to in this game in some way. So I think I'm going to do that. Let me go to players. Where did I just see it a minute ago on here?
That's pretty cool. I don't think I have access to that market. I'd bet that straight away because we know that these Pacers guys, the rebound chances are shared across everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think his only competition is probably OG because Hartenstein's got to defend Miles on the perimeter. Mm-hmm. So Josh Hart and OG are probably the top two rebounders.
Or if Pascal wins that, I think it's like who wins the battle between OG and Pascal, because they're guarding each other. And so if Pascal had like I was showing a minute ago, like none of these dudes had rebound chances for the Pacers. And in part, I was saying, right, like this team plays so many dudes for like the same amount of minutes that it's tough to just be like, well, shit, Josh Hart's gonna be out there for 48 minutes. He's gonna trip and fall into some rebounds for as long as he's on the floor. But for these other dudes, it's a little bit less like that. So MGM has it here. It's minus 225. I believe DK had it as well, but they shut it down, and or FanDuel. But let me take a quick look. And that's what it comes down to. Is like nobody on his team do you worry about like them getting the rebounds over Josh Hart, who had another 20 whatever rebound chances in this last
20
game.
chances, yeah. And keep in mind, both teams shot quite well in that last game, right? So not as many rebound chances you would think. Like if he could, he'd play 51 out of 48 minutes.
100%. So, like he and Tyrese Maxey could play another game after the first game that they just played. Like they could play 96 minutes of basketball just fine. Yeah. Okay, it's still minus 195. It was minus 125 this morning. Shit, why the hell not though? In what world? Let me see about this. In what world is it not Jalen Brunson leading score? You can't parlay them though, you cowards. But if you could, I would like to parlay some of these lead the game categories. That get there, but I don't know. Minus 195. It's probably still worth it, to be honest with you. He doubled everybody's rebound chances last game. alone. Like Isaiah Jackson in his 13 minutes had the most rebound chances for his team.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, double digit rebound chances, right?
Yeah, the only one with 11 right here. Pull down 5 of them. I think he's still a pretty good bet if you can get his rebound prop. I don't know if it's available everywhere. I'm gonna pull this up on DK real quick. Rebounds. Yeah, he doesn't look like they're giving him anything here. Wrong Isaiah.
I got pretty decent odds for Josh Hart most rebounds in one of my books.
Oh, really?
Minus 138. So
is it Bookie Mate or what's it called?
This one is Ladbrokes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Ladbrokes.
Oh, and it just went down. Someone must be watching.
Damn it.
Let me get this bet
here real quick. Because you're in here, bro. Damn, Nando says the Knicks are overrated. You might could be right, Nando. I'm not gonna lie to you. I gotta be a level-headed Knicks fan for a minute. Like, if Joel was Joel last series, I don't know. But you know what? That's a part of the deal. Joel ain't Joel in the playoffs because of just Joel injuries. So I'm gonna take that and run with it. Let me see here real quick. Thanasis just tore his ACL. This is the info that I definitely want to have you guys update the chat with, though, because that's crazy. That's Thanasis. It doesn't matter. He can still be on the team next year, right? You can sit down on the bench. What if
he gets the max?
Yeah, exactly. What do you think about Obi? Let me get into some Obi stuff, because if you're willing to bet on Ben Shepherd, is he Australian, by the way, or do I just assume everyone with the last name Shepherd is Australian?
I don't believe he is. If he was, they'd be making a lot of noise about it. Like, we got Dyson Daniel news every day when the Pearls were in the playoffs, and he wasn't doing nothing. So
that's
he's
hilarious.
English. No, actually, no, that's a different Ben Shepherd. My bad.
See, it's such a British Australian name. Yeah,
it is.
I don't think Obi
is Asian as fuck, but
exactly. I don't think
he's from Atlanta.
Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah, he went to Belmont. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So Obi Toppin.
Oh.
If you're willing to bet on Ben Shepherd, why not Obi?
Because I'm stubborn, right? That last game, I was like, this is bait. He can't continue this form from that Buck series. Comes out, kills it, and the line moved slightly, and I'm like, I don't want to be that guy, you know?
Yeah. He kills the Bucks, and he's now only played the Knicks really once, right? And did pretty well against them as well. But
but I'm also planning for some regression from the Pacers.
At some point, or for the whole team.
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be as close as game one. Like, the lines come in, right? What was it? 6.5 in the first game. Now it's 4.5 in this one.
Correct.
And that's purely based on the performance of the first game.
Correct.
I feel like the second game in New York, this is a game that I see the Knicks covering.
Okay.
And then in game 3, we might get competitive again. But keep in mind, I don't bet sides and totals very well at all. I just make up stories in my mind and I run with it.
But you know what? I mean, don't do necessarily, but at least you're not betting it. But I'm with you. Like, I want to take Knicks 4.5, but I'm also trying to like reverse jinx my internal feelings of like, this is just not going to last, and like they kind of got a little bit lucky in the last one. But I still think that this is a better play for them. So I would still agree with you. I wanted to put that in there, but I'm good on that. I put Miles Turner over 17.5 points in there, and I do like that bet a lot. Did you have a thought about that at all before?
I had that on a lean as well.
Okay.
And I was very close to taking it, but it just didn't sit right with me. I was like, in my mind, I was like, he's going to get minutes. He's going to get shots up. He's taking shots from downtown. They need him on there to spread the floor and keep Hartenstein out of the paint if possible. Has had some success against the Knicks in the past, but it just didn't feel right. I'm like, he scored 23 points against them in 2 straight games, and his line hasn't moved.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's what scares me. Yeah. Like, that makes the odds makers aren't scared. So
Well, here's what entices me about Miles Turner and why I made this an official bet. And this is what I was showing when I think everything just crapped out. And then I started yelling and cussing, and my wife was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was just like, "Not now." But a lot. The answer to the question is a lot is fucking wrong with me. Looking at Miles Turner's shot chart real quick. This is what I love right here is all these circles right next to the basket. This man is the biggest dude on the court now moving forward. Like, just to give you an example, like, or I guess I can't see it here, but Miles Turner is like 7'2", honestly. Like 7'1" is short for him. He's a very large man. I don't know what that is in meters and big. And the thing about Isaiah is he's 6'10". Oh wow. Is that for you? Wow, that one was a bad one.
We good.
That
We
one was
good.
bad. All right, good. It's like a freaking earthquake. Yeah, let me get off this screen because of the freaking video. This is crazy, dude. Oh my
Have you tried
God.
using
Anyway,
4G or 5G on your mobile to hotspot?
yeah, I
Yeah.
upgraded. It's all shite right now, and and this part going out. Hopefully, we can get more. I can't be on their page. Yeah. I mean, we're live. Can I get some music? All right. I have to call it, jump in the Discord. This is wild.
We push through. You gotta play to the whistle, man.
Is this not the whistle? What does the whistle sound like if not like this?
Hey, I foul after the whistle all the time.
Exactly. I could see that with you playing up. Yeah, I don't know, man.
What if we don't do the screen sharing?
Yeah, turned off. Might roll with it. Got a couple of these bets. That's brutal, fam. That kind of ruins everything.
How does that happen in 2024? It makes no sense.
It ain't gonna happen. Happen. We did our best.
Damn.
I can't keep doing it. I can't keep doing it to the people.
I'd keep doing it to them. I think there's a part of keep this in mind. There's a part of them that finds joy in the struggles that we go through. I think I did a video about 2 days ago, and I had fucked up the editing, and I forgot to check it because I remember exporting my video, and then something like I didn't have enough disk space, so then I had to delete things and then re-export it, and then I realized I forgot to change the background on one thing, so I went back, edited, moved some things around, and I had an overlay of myself on top of my normal video. Like there was 2 of me on the screen talking the whole time.
I saw it,
and that overlay had the audio as well, and they loved it. So
I saw that.
Fail.
Can I one up you though? I
Give it to
uploaded the raw video that I shot unedited for an episode where literally me going like 3, 2, 1 and like recording, and all my comments were filled with 3, 2, 1 LOL, people shitting me, and I think I got like followers that day too.
Oh yeah,
this is what you guys like.
You're authentic. If I uploaded raw videos of me, there'd be a whole lot of me cussing because I'm so anal about getting that introduction right. And I'll do it 10 times before I get it right. And when I get it wrong, like I blast myself with some of the most vulgar things you could ever come out of a man's mouth. I would say that about myself.
100%. Was definitely, I don't know if I had a meltdown in that video. I uploaded the raw one too, but if it was a set episode, it could have very easily been me going, dumb piece of shit, what the fuck? Just like yelling at myself like a psychopath. I think everybody's enjoying that because that seems to be the top of the comments now. If we were gonna take Obi, I try to do this for like another just before we say F it. What do we think about the top end rebounds as opposed to the boards? Is there any thought there? You're just off Obi.
I think numbers wise, they look great. Like if I wasn't so emotional, I would bet Obi, but I am, and I'm stubborn, and I want to be right at some point, not to take his overs. So I do like the rebounds more than the points for some reason.
Okay.
From what I remember looking at last night, but yeah.
If
I had to bet Obi, gun to my head, I would take the rebounds. I think what was it on points? I think points wise, he shot a really high percentage and his volume was low. I think that's why I wasn't too comfortable with the points.
Yep.
Because his line's at like 9.5, right? And I know he shoots threes, but you'd like to see, 9 to 10 attempts?
Right.
And I think he only took 7. He just shot 5 for 7.
Yeah, that sounds right from last game.
Yes.
Yeah, he was 5 for
And I
7
know
from the floor.
Yeah, and I know things don't work out that way. There's no guarantee he's going to shoot 7 shots, right? But
Right.
he played the minutes, and the volume wasn't there for me to take a 9.5 point prop. So
Right.
I've been trying to
Yeah.
look for reasons not to bet because I can get a bit crazy sometimes. So
Yeah.
and I found one with Obi. And
Yeah.
the rebounds I think is a good look, but then when I made up that story in my mind that the Knicks are going to be better in this game, the Pacers should have some regression. I thought, maybe I'm not so hot on some of these Pacers plays. So I talked myself out of it.
That makes sense. That's kind of where I did the same thing, dude. I did the same thing. I'm trying again because I don't want to leave hanging with the screen. But I'm gonna be mad when it doesn't work. It's gonna be insane. The Obi stuff too. I think it's crazy what he shot in the last 5 games or whatever has been like crazy, right? I think he's at 57% from basically 50% through his last 5. Yeah, when he's going over, because he went under in the first 2 of that series against the Bucks, and he played 21 minutes in the second one. So it's gone over every single damn time. But yeah, it's basically the amount of shots that he's going to take, to your point. And I think the 19 minutes is there for him, but let's not just be like, oh, because he had 19 and so well, he's going to get 25 next game. It doesn't work that way with the Pacers. They just keep those minutes so consistent that you just basically are betting. It's too much of a actual gamble where it's like, okay, no, it's literally this league. I want it to be a make. I want him to need 10 points on. Fuck this. Can't make it. We'll keep it going. Screen, I guess, for a second. But if you hear a loud crash, it was me punching this monitor through the wall. If I can, so keep that in mind. Why are people still jumping in the stream? Y'all are psychos. I can't even give you the information you want. I'm still going up and seeing people attending this right now. All right, so yeah, we're passing on. The other one was brought up. Yeah, that might be true. It might be we're just not supposed to bet today, but
too late.
I mean, we're already gonna. So let me real quick. I want to see somebody else. I saw Sniper's Lounge talking about Deuce McBride and like he ain't made a series. That was the other to talk about. Did you have a take on Dante, White Dante, as we call him?
White Dante. I think he's a good live bet opportunity, and because I think his minutes are probably predicated on the Pacers backcourt playing well offensively and Dante not playing so well. So if Dante has that slow quarter and someone like Hallie or Nembhard are doing well offensively, I think Miles should see more minutes in that game. So a good live bet opportunity. Before the game starts, I wouldn't even touch it because if Dante's playing well, he's only going to get 10 minutes again. So if you bet, that's my thoughts on it. What are yours?
Okay, yeah, I'm on him. Yeah, I have him up on a bet already. I'm good with points. I don't know too about the other stuff for Dante, to be honest with you. Where I'm at with him is like the rebounds and assists, and I'm going to pull it up over here real quick. An assist, the chances and the potential assists and all that, they just stay a little bit too low for me to feel. But basically, like for his rebounds and assist chances, without the volume of those, I don't like it. I just think it's kind of Miles Turner. Miles Turner was going to the bucket, and so I want to know how many easy chances people are going to get in terms of shooting. That's why I like Dante. McBride's not going to pull up off the catch and shoot that somebody asked him, right? I've established Brunson is able to play. Going under for Brunson assists is a play, and I'm going to continue to believe in that. And even if they do here and mix it up in the middle of the game, they're not going to just. I don't even know if people can.
Yay, I just got promoted, gang. Number 1 sitting in the top left. Let's go. Whilst we wait for Josh to recover from his spell, I'll let you know. Watch party today. Follow me on Playback TV. I'll be streaming the game. And all of next week, all of those games I'll be streaming as well. So check me out. This is the Daft stream. We taking over. Can you guys still hear me? Bob Chura, you're always there. I know. I see you. Let's go.
Only person here fucking up is me, and it's my fucking live stream.
Oh, thank God. I was about to start freestyling. But...
No, bro, please save this episode. That would be a save right there, bro. Y'all are real ones, man. I cannot believe that you guys are still in this stream with us, and I really appreciate that. I restarted it again, so maybe we have a little bit more. I wanted
to you're sounding crispy right now. I got you in HD.
I feel crispy right now, to be honest. I need to go get toasty is what I need to do. Let's see here real quick. We were talking about Dante. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with Dante. Is really just the like, yo, it ain't there. And I want to show you what I'm saying here, but obviously I can't, which is that like the rebound chances and the potential assists don't stay high for him. So I love him on the points. My favorite bet of the day was the same game parlay for him to get 15 plus, and then Dante to get 15 plus, and then for OG to get the 6+ board. So that's on the bottom rolling there. If you guys can check it out. But yeah, that would be honestly my favorite play of the day in general. For that one. What were some other stuff that you were looking at? Since, I mean, we can just go through damn near everybody, honestly.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I don't like structure, so let's just play with the flow of the game.
Love it.
I saw Jalen Brunson under 2.5 3-pointers made, scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I like that too.
Yeah.
I've actually got a parlay of Brunson and Halliburton, both of them under 2.5 3-pointers made.
Yeah.
Brunson, purely on the way that the Pacers are going to defend him. He probably still scores 40, but he's doing that all in the mid-range.
Yeah.
And Hallie, the volume's not there. I said on the short that I made that his jump shot is as crooked as my teeth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I heard that one.
So, yeah, I took them both under 2.5 3-pointers made. I don't like betting unders, but there's a few sick people out there who love it. So I wanted to dedicate that bet to them.
You made it happy. You made some people happy.
Yeah.
But just real quick, like, the people who speak in absolutes are so funny to me, where like there's even smart handicappers that'll be like, never do this or never. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, we're all.
I was ranting about that on one of my recent videos. I don't know if you saw that.
Which one? What were you saying?
I was ranting about that because I get the same comments. It's like, about which never bet unders or this person is banned. And what I was saying is like, no, that doesn't work that way. Like if you refuse to bet unders, you just automatically lose half the opportunities on the board. Yeah, immediately. And then if 100%. You have a ban list of 10 to 15 players because you bet on them and they didn't do what you wanted them to do, you're losing more opportunities. 100%. Like you could have bet the other way.
Yeah.
That was completely in your control. So
yeah, 100%. Like that is the thing. Now the banned list comes from just like straight fear. But if you are betting without emotion, then you're not going to worry nearly as much if if things do or don't hit. You go, here was the logic. It was sound. It turns out that after studying this bet a little further, it wasn't sound logic because of XYZ that I didn't take into consideration. I can already see this fucking up again. I'm not even going to test it.
Keep your hand off it.
I'm done. Yeah, it looks like. All right, cool. What time does that game start real quick too? Since I wasted, it starts in 30 minutes. Let me see if there's anything else I can find. And then might get out of here and just go to Discord, to be honest with you. So Brunson assists under. I didn't take it, but I'm starting to think that I might as well because it's 8.5 on DraftKings now. It's bad juice. But if you want to go under 8.5, that's still a great number to me. The 7.5, it's not that big of a difference, and you can still get plus money for the under at 7.5. So that might be a play, to be honest. For the assist. You didn't go back to that one though.
I did look at it. So the first game, I took a parlay with him over points under assists. That was easy money. This game, I was like, his points are going to move up. His assists might move down, or it's going to be juice as hell. And then his points went up by like 3 points. And I was like, God damn, I don't think I can play that. And then his assist, I was like, yeah, there's too much juice on that. I like to get as much money as I can from a straight bet. So then I put it down to 7.5, and I think I got about plus 114.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I just left it as a lean. I was like, it's probably too good to be true. Because I think he had 15 potential assists.
15.
Yeah. And I was like, damn, 15 potential assists. Because he's going to get minutes. And they're probably, Rick Carlisle might change shit up a little bit to try to get that ball out of his hands.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's too casual to just bet it because he's gone under in like 7 straight, right?
Right.
It's just,
Right.
I just couldn't do it.
Right.
But yeah, I had the same thoughts. 8.5 juice as hell, 7.5 plus money. Still could play it, but then my reason for betting is purely because this has happened the last 5 games. So
right. Dude, I feel like you just keep growing as a sports bettor. This is wild to watch. Like I've honestly that's great logic, and I love hearing you say that stuff because like I know like as like a year ago I don't know if we were yet quite like in cahoots like a year ago, but I definitely already was watching some of your stuff, and I know you like to go a lot through like recent numbers, and you're still like still using it, but you're also like, well, I don't want that to be my only logic for it, and I'm appreciative of that because there's a lot of smart people that have scolded me for being like, yo, this is not sound logic. I would stick to some math and numbers a little bit more, or like, expectations, watch the game. But yeah, that's where I'm at too. I think the 15 potentials is a lot, and it scares you off of going under anything like 8.5. Now he's a part of my big stupid, my BSP, my big stupid parlay, I guess I'll call it. Which I have scrolling on the bottom because it's my alt under parlay, which is let me pull back up since I had to X out of everything so that my freaking hamster wheel internet would work. I got a hamster in the back just like churning to keep this internet going right now. It feels like I had the under 4, and I shared this earlier. I had the DK alt under parlay, Brunson under 6.5 boards. Hallie under 5.5 boards, Brunson under 10.5 assists, Hartenstein under 13.5 assists. I'm sorry, 13.5 assists. Points.
Rebound? Oh, points.
Yeah, 13.5 points. I considered going alt under points and rebounds for him, but my thing is like I can see the rebounds going out of control for Hartenstein today, a little bit more than the points. I still I think there was a little bit too much made of, oh, well, now Mitch Rob is not playing, so Hartenstein is going to go crazy. Well, they were never on the floor at the same time. That's my first thing. So when Mitch Rob was available, we saw Hartenstein play 36 minutes. Do you think he's going to get more than that because Mitch Rob is not available? I don't. That's basically his seal. Like
that's his feeling, yeah.
I mean, 40 minutes maybe, but my main concern for him playing 40 instead of 36 would be, does Tibbs give Precious another short leash? Because he gave Precious that real short leash in the first game when he still had Mitch Rob available. But he basically just said, like, you're 4 minutes, just 4 minutes. And that was all he gave to Precious, when a lot of us were like, we'd like to see Precious play, please. And then he just took him out. So now if you get him in there for 15 to 20, which is what I have Precious at, which is why I took over 9.5 PR for Precious. I do think he's good for 15. And if you put him in there at 15, then I think he's good for the 8.5 points and rebounds. I have no problem with that. He had plenty of rebound chances. He went over 17 to 21 when he played 15 to 20 minutes. So that was the filter that I used to really get the number that I liked. Plus, if you look at him on the season, Precious played 24 minutes per game for the Knicks in 49 games for them. He averaged 0.61 points and rebounds per minute. So if he gets 15 or 7, he's still at about 9.5. If he gets 17.5, which is like right in between what I'm gauging, right? 15 to 20. So I gave him a nice 17.5 for my math, about 11 points and rebounds per game. So I got into the I did some long division here, baby.
You did some hood mathematics. That's what I've been doing.
Hood math. That's right.
I did hood mathematics on Josh Hart, and it didn't work, but shit, that was a fun exercise. I got his PRA down to the minute.
Yep.
In head-to-head versus the Pacers versus how he's performed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Trying to project his extra minute. It didn't work.
It didn't.
But it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. It's still you still got to break out the algebra.
Yeah.
But it's still, and that's the best way to do it, honestly. Is like, is it to a degree, it's at least like, okay, well, what's he doing per minute? So I can at least like extrapolate this out to what I project his minutes to be. I mean, if you use any kind of like simple model, it's going to do that for you anyway. So that's where I'm at with Precious. I gave out that alt under parlay as well. That's finally scrolling on the bottom there. It's now plus 135 is the best number you can get for it. But that's where I'm at with that. Did you bet Hartenstein over 11.5 points?
Yes.
Can you? I know some people in here agree with you already. So what's good with that?
Well, I projected him to get at least 35, 36 minutes. His field goal percentage is somewhat decent. My concern is that he's done it a few times already. And how many times is Lightning going to strike in the same place? But I also think Jalen Brunson, they'll do what they can. They probably won't, to be honest, but it's smart to try to limit the amount of shots that this guy is taking.
Yeah.
Tip-ins, O-boards. The pace should be there in this game. So I just think at 11.5, you're asking for 6 buckets. I think you can get that. I wanted to ask you actually, because the other script in my mind is the corner threes for the Knicks. Can we see some of that? And I was thinking
shooting corner threes.
Yeah, I was thinking, is it an OG Josh Hart 3-point shooting night?
What did Hart do last game? Let me pull. I'm using props.
I think he only took 1 3-pointer, I believe.
Josh Hart did.
Yes.
Yeah, he was 1 for 1. You're 100% right.
Yeah, he was getting to the rack.
Interesting. And he's at 1.5 now, and the under is minus 192. God damn. So I want to look at this real quick because the reason I brought up props madness is this beautiful chart right here where it shows you who's shooting from where. So obviously we know OG is going to be the dude shooting the most from the corners, right? They ran him off the line. I will say, like, this team is they're number 1 and number 5. I mean, they're the best 3-point defense for a reason. And the reason is all this green inside the 3-point line because they are a damn turnstile anywhere else inside the 3-point line. So they ran OG off of that 3-point line a lot in that last game. And that's probably partly why he went 5 for 14 from the field, which I think you can see here, right? Like he went 5 for 14 because he's not a spot up shooter that off the dribble like that, or pull up spot shooter off the dribble. So he needs to catch and shoot. If they're going to run him off the line, then that's terrifying. But he is the dude that would make those corner threes. He was that dude on Toronto, and he would be that dude right now for the Knicks because no one else is really shooting from down there. Even Josh Hart's taking a lot of stuff from above the break. But it's not even like they're just good at they're good at defending the three because they prioritize it. It's just that simple. So
they got Hood Analytics in their coaching team.
There you go. Hood Analytics as well.
It makes sense, right? You run him off the line, funnel him into Miles Turner. He'll try to block everything, which is why he can't get rebounds.
Right.
Right. If you're funneling people into him, how's he supposed to get boards, right?
That was the Daniel Gafford on Washington. Daniel Gafford on Washington when he was there was like, I have to everybody's getting blown by on the 3-point line. So I have to try to block everything. It's the same thing. You're 100% right. Gafford's nasty because he's not in that position. Good for him, for the Daniels of the world. So threes for any of these Knicks players, it's tough for me to take an over. People were talking about White Dante's thing here. That's Bomani Jones's name for him, one of our analysts out here, not me, but I'm going to use White Dante forever. So for White Dante's threes, he hit 5 last game and 5 in the game before, but like he was only 1. And the thing about Dante is more than like OG or anybody else, like I was saying earlier, why I like his points, he was driving to the bucket. Right. So I was telling people in the Discord in the first half of this last game, like people were like, why does Dante suck again? And to be fair, I was one of them. I was like, apparently Dante's going to suck again. But then I was still at halftime. I was like, everyone was like, Dante sucks. And it was like, yeah, he has 4 points, but he's taken 7 shots and 5 of those shots are at the rim because he took 2 threes in the first half and missed them. But he took 5 shots at the rim, which means he's driving to the weakest part of this defense. He knows the same thing that Jalen Brunson knows, which is like this 3-point shot against this team is almost always going to be a worse shot than taking 2 dribbles in or going all the way to the bucket because they have no real rim protection or protection inside. So like that's why I would keep betting on Dante points more than anything. And anybody that can actually get to the bucket, which to be honest at this point is kind of like Dante and Jalen Brunson. And if you believe in OG to be better than he was last game, then that would be the other dude. But nobody else is really creating their own shot on this team at all. And if you can't do that, then you might be in a little bit more trouble. You know, like one more thing I'll show you here is like the play type stuff. And I'm sure you're hip to this, but like spot up shooters, they are the best in the league at defending that. But all this stuff that's like one-on-one stuff, whether it's like I'm getting the handoff and running around a screen, I'm pick and roll ball handler going off a screen, or I'm just straight up running off a screen, right? Like all those things are going to be, they're horrible at defending. So you want those those dudes that can create for themselves a bit more to score in this series. I think Dante is still being undervalued in that sense, and everybody else is probably properly valued. So that's my tangent about that. One more thing for you, question would be a Nesmith and by the way, TJ McConnell's on the bottom line. Hope you all saw that because I'm going right back to the Great White Hoax right there, TJ McConnell. Like how this dude's still in the league, by the way, is fascinating. I didn't even know if he's going to have an NBA career. And now he's like 35 or something and like the most important player on his team, maybe. I love the over for him. He dominated. I would be going under for Nembhard stuff. I think maybe an under 1.5 threes for Nembhard is in play. Any thoughts on like Nesmith, Nembhard, those, or even Siakam, if anybody tickles your fancy there?
The Nesmith is like greener than the bud you smoke. And the only time I've really bet on him was to fade him, especially in first quarters. I made a lot of money of fading him in the first quarter because he just would take 0 shots. But then as of late, he's been producing. I think he's covered his points line 5 straight games or something against the Knicks.
Yeah, it's 4 or 5.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So he's been producing quite well. I just don't feel confident. Maybe I have a bias because I don't think he's that good, but like, so I in my mind, because when he came into the league, right, he was meant to be a 3-and-D guy, right? Yeah, a great 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
I feel like he doesn't shoot much anymore.
Yeah. He took 6 shots last game, right?
Yeah, and he plays a lot of minutes, and I know he's there for his defense.
Right. That's what I was going to bring up real quick. I was going to go into the matchups for him real quick and see who he was teed up on for the most part.
Who's he checking?
I think he switched around. Like they had moved him between Hart, DDV, and Brunson, and then it was like Nembhard would kind of intermatch with him as well. But you also have to realize the Knicks are just like Jalen Brunson's just screen hunting. So if Nesmith is on Jalen Brunson, he's trying to get him off of him by screening, calling for the screen, and hopefully he can get him switched off of him, right? But yeah, it looks like these 3 are going to be his main, defensive matchup, which means he's got to play minutes. Which means it's always scary to play under for a guy that you do think is going to keep getting minutes, right? That would kind of be what I would consider. Oh man, we're hanging on by a thread. I can feel it. My butthole is puckered up right now.
Keep it tight. Keep it locked in.
Yeah, keep it locked in, fellas.
Nothing in, nothing out.
Oh man! All right, so Nesmith is a pass on everything. I know everyone was talking about a couple things. Like when he was up at 2.5 assists, I was going under. But
what's that PRA look like? I feel like if you put it all together,
17.5. But the points are at 11, and the reb at 4.5. So 17.5 is a good number when you add all this together, right? It's like 14. It's 11 to 14 or 15. Plus, it should be about 15 or 16, but you get 17.5 to the under. That's actually a bit better of a total there using our hood math, right?
Yeah.
Damn. That's interesting. He has gone over against this team. His minutes stay up at about 30, and I think that's what you keep expecting from him the rest of this series, right? He's at 30 minutes here. This is the regular season, but, he's still guarding Jalen Brunson and company during the regular season, right? So that kind of adds up. So I know you want to fade him because he's particularly good, and I have to agree. I think he's just a really athletic dude playing basketball, and he's a cerebral dude too. He's not going to make a lot of mistakes, but like he's not somebody that can create or do anything on his own. He's not like, if he was playing basketball and pickup, we'd all be like, damn, that dude's really athletic, but we wouldn't be like, damn, that dude's filthy at basketball. So like, I hate to say it.
I'm a couch critic.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine. So at 30 minutes, would this be a bet for you? Even for the under? Yeah. All right. Let's not try to force it.
Nembhard, I had a lean on his, was it rebounds plus assists overs? And I guess
I've had people
necessarily. Yeah, I didn't love what I saw in game 1, but I thought, is there a bounce back spot opportunity? Does TJ McConnell continue to be an absolute beast?
Yeah.
So,
am I reading this correctly that he had 11 potential assists?
Yeah. There's an opportunity for him to be better in this game.
Yeah.
When I looked at the numbers.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that's pulling through correctly. No shade thrown at props.cash. You guys do an incredible job. Just like occasionally. Occasionally. By the way, use code LYB24 if you want 25% off. Props.cash. The best website in the world. I'm looking at I'm actually going into the game though. I'm going to go to playoffs last game for the Pacers real quick. This is all in stats. All the links and stuff, they're in the description of the video if you guys are not hip to all of it yet. But yeah, 11 potential assists.
Outliers got him at 11 too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they're right. So that's 4 on 11, right?
Yeah.
And
in his last 10, he's averaging 5 assists on only 8.5 assists. So his assist to potential assist ratio is high. So if he's going to get 11 potential assists, that over is looking arousing. So
right. And it's the assists itself are 3.5. Yeah. So that's where he's been fuego. The rebounds are good, but the assists are the fuego stat. And it's minus 152. Yeah. So you have to add the RA in there. Do you think he loses minutes to Hallie? Because I showed this earlier, but like ridiculous. If you put Jalen Brunson on offense real quick, it's insane how much better McConnell was at defending him. So they both spent basically the most of the time on the floor against him. Nembhard gave up 24 points on 9 of 12 shooting to Halliburton. And McConnell gave up 4 points on 1 of 7 shooting. Wow. Right? Plus, you put Jalen Brunson on defense, and
TJ cooked him as well.
Cooked him. TJ McConnell is supposed to be on offense. Hold on, put him over here. Absolutely torched him, my brother in Christ. 2:20 or 2 minutes right here. Thank you. I would do my Jewish star, but like I don't think we do that. 5 for 6 for 10 points against him, whereas our boy Andrew, it was Nem soft when he played him. I've been waiting to use that. 0 on 1 shot. You got to tire out Jalen Brunson. It's the like Nikola Jokic effect. Like you got to go at him on the other side so that you can try and tire his ass out. And like God love Jalen Brunson, he is not a plus defender. Like you got to go at that, right? So. But the thing is like I don't know that means that TJ just gets more minutes because I think it's a very strategic, like, well, we got TJ in here at the right moments in time at the end of these quarters when Brunson's been going all quarter, and then we just run him into the freaking ground with this dude TJ McConnell that is just running track meets out there. So I think you keep that at what it is. I don't hate adding the rebounds to the Nembhard assists so you can actually get some juice on that. I think that's a pretty good look. But I also consider under 2 threes, which is now it's minus 215. Jesus Christ, who's snitching out there? Who's telling the books about this? Somebody snitching. So yeah, I don't think I can do it anymore. But it's really about the amount that he's taking. It was worth it. He took 2 last game. He made 1 of them from the corner in the first quarter, and then he only took 1 more the rest of the game. So maybe it's a good parlay piece, but it's got to be a pass at this point. So that takes care of that. And then the one that we'll end on here is Pascal, because that's the only dude I feel like we haven't really talked about at all is the Pascal stuff. Yeah. Did you have any looks for him?
I had a scan and there's nothing I really liked. I looked probably under on his boards is probably the one I lent the most to. Yeah. I did look at the over in his assists because the numbers look good, but then his potentials were so low. And I was like, shit, who's this guy passing to? Because Nemsoft needs to be passing to them.
Nice.
Because I'm not hard. So Pascal, his potential assist numbers are low, but the actual assists are good. So I was thinking, are these just dump offs to Miles Turner? Like, who is he passing the ball to? That's what I needed to look into, and admittedly, I didn't.
You got to get real advanced. I think you need a cleaning the glass. There's you need some subscription for money for sure to get the who are you assisting to numbers. You can definitely get them, but I'm gonna have to I'm gonna be looking into that stuff over the summer more for all right, let me splurge on this $300 a year so I can just sound really good when I say he's only passing to this guy or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but it is helpful too because you want to see where they're getting their assists and stuff like that, and there's some pretty good charts that you can find. So maybe we do a little video on something like that somewhere together, and we can. The assist for Pascal got a pass. I was thinking goes the other direction and finally either get he looks so comfortable going up against OG Anunoby, right? In part from when they were going up against each other in the in practice in Toronto. So what was the reasoning that he only got the 19 and a half here? He played 37 minutes. I guess he
It was
missed
volume.
Was it? He didn't even take that many.
I think 16 shots maybe.
Yeah,
he didn't get to the line much.
Yeah, he only got there 4 times. He hasn't not been a good free throw shooter, by the way. He's at like 55% in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So yeah, volume 16 shots, 50% of them. This is gonna crash my internet if I look at where he took his shots from. But I'm pretty sure it was in. Let me look at his points in the paint. It was mostly in the paint that he took those shots. He missed a couple of bunnies, if you will. No, I don't want tracking. Right,
even
like
late in that game, he missed the layups.
Yeah. So he's got 12 points in the paint, right? Which means that the other 7 points are coming, 2 of them from the free throw line. And then did he hit a 3?
Yeah, he hit 1.
Oh, he went 1 for 3. Interesting. Yeah. So he missed his only. He made one of his he missed most of his shots. You know what I mean? Because he took 3 threes. He made 6 buckets in the paint. So that gets you to the points right there. And then, there was probably 6 misses from elsewhere so. But I
feel like his line is I feel like his line is sharp. Like it's right where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Where I can't bet an under. I can't even lean an over on under. I got no fucking idea. I think it's right on.
Yeah. So, dude, I mean, and look at this, right? This would speak to what you're saying. Do you think he's going to get 18 to 24 points, basically? Wow, he had a 50 burger against the Knicks in 22. That's impressive. But this is, hold on, because this is still this is this year. So this year against the Knicks, it's 21, 20, 18, 19, 19. So you're 100% right about that. There's no edge either way for our boy. If we look at the last 30, 21 and a half, but playing some poo-poo competition in there as well for the Pacers at times. So I don't think you can trust any of that. The rebounds, I wanted to just zag a little bit because those rebound chances we talked about were so distinct Pacers that I was I mean, this has to switch up somehow, doesn't it? Or is it just probably not? There's not going to be much different from last time. So I was in caution taking overs on rebounds for any Pacers players. I think I got to keep listening to what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I'm with you there.
One player. Anything else, bro?
One player I was considering for Pascal Siakam, given I guess the consistency in scoring, depending on your sports books. I've got one sports book where I can do alternate lines for the same player, and what I was going to bet on was a range, Pascal over 16 and a half, under 24 and a half. You can bet on that range.
Are they called bands?
You get close to... no, it's for me. It's labeled as alternate points, and it just gives you a list of alternate overs, alternate unders, and you put them both in a parlay, and then you can kind of bet on his range.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm checking it out right now. Yeah, if I do over 15 and a half, the max they're giving me is 21 and a half. So if I do under 21 and a half, but over 15 and a half, I get plus 150.
I like that. So he has to score between 16 to 24.
16 and 21. 16 and 21. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like that. Ruben Martinez is saying you can do the same thing over here in the States. Bet 365. You put Siakam over 15 and a half, under 26 and a half. That's gotta be. What's that though? Minus 200. That's the only thing I'd be worried about.
I'm looking.
I like that though. Real quick, we got Jay Lynn Chapman, a very polite bloke in here, by the way, asking about you know Jay Lynn. He's in here a lot. I appreciate my homie.
Linsanity.
There you go. What's your best pick there, Daft?
The best bet that I can give everybody watching this today is to give up gambling forever.
Oh, your connection's bad, bro. Somehow you just got booted. I don't know what happened.
No,
my bad for everybody that's square in here, you guys. That's on me.
No, it'd probably be the Jalen Brunson under 2.5 3-pointers.
Ooh, okay.
Purely, it's just he's got the history, he's got the play style, Indiana's defensive style. Everything just makes sense for that. And I also don't think that's going to be a pick that is going to be popular on the internet, where everyone's banging the over, and Vegas could potentially call those types of scenarios. That one makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, nice. You got a lot of people with that one. No, I agree with that. We got the question about Ben Shep. Yep, I was off of it, but Daft likes it because he thinks he's got the volume, right? That was pretty much the reason behind Ben Shepherd, without making you repeat it too much. All right, cool. So then, and then the other one I wanted to respond to too was JK with the Marlon Brando. love the look there. That's a fire little graphic with Marlon Brando. The OG over 6.5 boards. I still like it. I know a lot of people that I actually probably consider smarter than myself, which is a lot of people, saying that like they don't like OG for the rebounds because it was lucky. We heard that on the stream yesterday, actually, from Pips, where he didn't really like OG rebounds. But my thing is like the OG rebounds are directly tied to the rebound chances have gone up with the rebounds, obviously, tied to when he started playing big men, right? Like if you look at him in this last game, he's playing against Pascal Siakam. I just want to show one thing. When was the I'm just going to go into the box score real quick for the Knicks. I don't even need to. Just trust me when I tell you. He was guarding Joel, right?
Yes.
My bad. He was guarding Joel in that last game. And so you've seen his rebound chances go right up in accordance with that. So it's still a small sample size. But if you look at his rebound chances here at the bottom, let me actually just go into playoffs real quick, so it's just obvious which games we're talking about. But look at this. This is when his rebounds started going up. Was it 14, 6, 9, 9? Nice. Which means that his rebound chances go up. And this is the first game where he's guarding Joel Embiid. Then he's guarding him in this game as well. 15 rebound chances. And then in these two, guarding Joel and then guarding Pascal. And both those dudes take all their shots from down low, which is why he's been in much better position to get these rebounds. So I took him for 6+ in a parlay with Dante DiVincenzo. That's scrolling on the bottom line, but just want to let people know that so that you can see what I'm talking about here. But I like that. Did I interrupt you talking about something a minute ago? I feel like we've pretty much touched on every player at this point.
Do you want to talk about the coaches?
Yeah, totally. Totally. Yo, it's just
I would love to see props.cash with analysis on coaches, on ATOs, baseline play, like just everything, like coaches challenges. I need data on that.
Yep. Once you get all that, I feel like you can, there's people who, by the way, like keep track of that because which makes sense. Like you want to know tendencies and all that kind of stuff, but you can also just do that by looking at the stats of the players and being like, well, the coach put him there, so that's his fucking tendency, right?
Or even referees. Props.cash for referees.
Yes. Oh, dude. Yes, 100%. But no, they're not going to do that. That's the last straw. That's the last straw before it's just like, okay, we have to gambling is now infiltrated fully and all this shit is rigged,
Yeah.
Are you doing a stream playback.tv?
I am. I will be streaming it today and then all of next week from, what is it for you guys? Sunday to Thursday. I've got that week off work. So I'll be streaming every single day. I will be in playback TV today. I do have a coaching session with somebody at the same time as tip off, but I'll fire up the chat and be showing the game if people want to jump in.
That's fire. Can you tell people a little bit, including myself, so I can steal this from you? No, I'm just kidding. What's the coaching sessions like? You get on a basically like a video call and go through like your own thing, or are you mostly answering questions when you do that? Because that's a great call.
Yeah, so I've been doing it for on and off for a couple of months. So in my profession, my 9 to 5, when my hood analytics is put aside for a moment, I work in sales. I'm the head of sales, and my day consists of strategy, coaching, training, all on high performance stuff, mindset.
Yeah.
And I found tying that in with my passions of basketball and betting, a lot of it can be linked, because I guess the main challenges people find with betting, outside of finding winning plays, it's discipline, strategy, bankroll management. I'm aware of all those things and I can coach around it. And it's not just educating people on what it is, it's like how to stick to it and what this means and what you should be doing. So it's really based around the other person. What do they want to get out of it? So some people have booked me in specifically just to talk about bankroll management. This is how much money I have. How much should I bet? Or if I'm profitable, when should I cash out my money? What should I do with it? Or how do I find plays? So I teach people how to use tools, props.cash, outlier, whatever it is. How do we use tools? What does this data mean? And just a whole bit of education, because there's levels to this and I'm in the middle. Like I'm nothing great, but everything that I'm good at, I can educate, coach and train on. So I've actually got the session that I don't want to reveal his name, but someone who used to play in the NFL.
Oh,
yeah,
fire.
Yeah.
Okay, little non-name name drop right there.
Yeah. Big man's hung up the boots and he wants to get into sports betting and he reached out. I was like, let's chop it up.
Is it Jared Hayne?
No. American football.
Well, no, he played in the NFL.
Oh yeah. He's not Australian. This guy. He ain't Australian.
Okay.
No.
Not Jared Hayne. All right.
No, I think he's in jail. So
that's
I think it'd be
right.
I think it might be a bit difficult to do a coaching session with him. Oh, funny story. I've run into Jared Hayne before. I think
physically because you would get knocked. Oh
yeah, like I didn't. It felt like he ran into me. So I was 18. I was out at the club. He had just broken out in the league, so it was somewhat a big name. And I think I was having cranberry vodka, white shirt. He bumps into me, right? And I spill cranberry and vodka all over my white tee in the club. And it was early in the night too. It wasn't late, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I wasn't going to fight nobody, right? I'm 5'7". I probably would have been like, 160 pounds. Like, I'm nothing. But I was fueled up on a little bit of liquid confidence.
Vodka and cranberries, man. They made you randy.
You want to catch these hands? And I turn around and it's Jared Hayne. And he looked at me like I did it to him. I'm like, I'm the one with So that was my jail. Look, I'm not surprised he's in jail if that's how he acted.
He was a dick. No, he definitely was a dick. Not to mention I'm pretty sure hit his wife or some shit. So it wasn't good stuff. Yeah. For Jared Hayne, that's kind of a piece of shit. But at least you didn't get your ass beat by him. Otherwise, although it would have been a better story. But I'm not gonna hold you to it. I'm just gonna call
if I cross paths with him again. If I see him again.
You don't want to throw hands with prison Jared Hayne, much more than even pre-prison Jared Hayne. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You don't want to catch those hands. That man is angry. All right, we're gonna roll out because I want to get a couple things up on the Discord before this game starts in about 25 minutes. Daft is gonna be on Playback TV, playback.tv. Put the link in the comments too. If you want to throw it in one more time, you can. For him to watch that game and talk about some stuff. Maybe sign up for a coaching session. That sounds fire and brilliant. Love that idea by you. And then we'll be back tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna get Daft on again as soon as he's not, working a day or whatever, and we can figure it out. But I appreciate you hitting me up to get on here, man. I appreciate you all sticking around as the technical difficulties. I'll have the Ethernet cable in the computer the whole time tomorrow. Plus, it'll just be better because I'm about to get on the phone and raise hell. So appreciate everybody tuning in. I'll have another video tonight for tomorrow's game. So make sure you check that out. I know Daft's going to have his stuff on the YouTube channel. I'm sure plenty of you in here already know about that. So make sure you check that stuff out as well. Gamble responsibly, but doesn't mean you don't have to gamble. It just means do it responsibly. And then until we do see you tomorrow, happy betting.